Okay, let's take a look at Windows 7. We are in Getting Started with Windows 7, page 1, turning over to page 3. The first part of the lesson we'll be looking at the desktop. This is our desktop. As you can see, we have a couple of items that should be pointed out. We have our recycle bin, we have the taskbar, we have the notification area, and of course we have our start menu. Okay, the first thing we're going to look at is we'll look at Windows Explorer, and the best way to open that is to click on the taskbar, but there are a couple other ways, and you can see there are a couple areas to point out. This is where you can search. This is your address bar. This is your navigation area. The second part of the lesson, 1B, will look a little more heavily at the Windows Explorer. Okay, let's take a look at personalizing your desktop. So to personalize your desktop, right click on the desktop and select Personalize. Okay, there are a few things that we can do from this window. There are a number of preset themes that Microsoft has created for us. We can select one of those if we like. Okay, we can select the screensaver by coming down here and selecting screensaver and choosing the screensaver that we like and hitting apply. Okay, I'm going to turn mine off because I'm not a big fan of it. We can change the sounds. Okay, this is a good place if you want to test out your speakers. Okay, we can change the window color, the Windows colors. Okay, and finally we can choose desktop background. What this does, this allows you to kind of customize the preset themes that they have. You come in here and uncheck Windows. We can also create our own by going to Browse, selecting a location. Let's go to Libraries and Pictures. Okay. From here you can select the different ones you want to select, uncheck the ones you don't want to select. You can also change how often the pictures show. You can choose as well as choose how the picture fills, positions in the window. You want to fill, to fit, stretch, tile, or center. Okay. Okay, so that's how you personalize your window. Page 11 talks about adding and removing gadgets. Now I already have a gadget up here in the right-hand window of my clock, but to add a gadget, you can right-click on your desktop and select Gadgets. Okay. Now, unfortunately, they discontinued gadgets when they created Windows 8. So if you click on the Get More Gadgets online, basically you get a message telling you that there are no more gadgets because and letting you know how wonderful that apps are, which we'll talk about more when we get into Windows 8. Let's go ahead and select the Weather app by double clicking. Okay. And by default it's set for New York. Let's say we want to change it to Shrewsbury, so I would go to the options and I would go ahead and select 17361 and hit OK, and now we have the weather for Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, as well as if I expand it, it tells me what today is, tomorrow, and Tuesday as well. And that's how you would use a gadget. Page 13, using the Start menu and managing Windows. Let's look at the Start menu. The Start menu is found in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You can use it by clicking Start. You'll see here that we have a couple of different preset areas. We have our common items over here. Documents, pictures, music, computer, control panel, device settings, default, programs help and support and run. We have the shutdown options on here at the bottom: shutdown, switch user, log off, lock, restart, sleep, and hibernate. And on the left-hand side, we have items that have been pinned to the start menu, which we'll look at, and just recently used applications. Now let's go to the All Programs here, and this gives you a listing of programs that are added to your start menu. These are actually applications that we can run individually, or we can come down to these different folders and select applications that are in these folders. Depending upon what you have on your computer, you'll have different items here, but we should all have accessories. So let's go ahead and open accessories, and you can see there are a number of different accessories here that are common items. Let's go ahead and select calculator. Okay, and this is that's your calculator. Okay, page 16 talks about adding shortcuts to the start menu, the desktop, and the taskbar. So let's go to the, we're going to go ahead and make the calculator more accessible. So So let's go. You can see it's already available here, so we'll just go ahead and delete that to get rid of it. All right, then we'll just do this in reverse. Okay, so we're going to go to start our all programs. We're going to go to accessories, and we want to go ahead and right click and hit send to desktop. That makes it creates a desktop shortcut. We can also right click and pin to taskbar. Now we have it below. And we can also right click and pin to start the start menu. What that means is that it will always be there no matter how many different applications I use. Okay, so that's how you would add to the desktop, the taskbar, or to the start menu. All right, page 19, section 1.06, that's about minimizing and maximizing and restoring a window. Let's go ahead and open WordPad. If you don't have it on your taskbar like I do, we can go to the Start button, All Programs, and Accessories, and go ahead and open WordPad. Now in the upper right-hand corner, we have Minimize, Maximize, Restore, and Close. Minimize obviously minimizes it. Maximize allows you to maximize or restore. And of course, the close allows you to close it. So that's minimize, maximize, and restore. Okay. Page 21, moving, resizing, and scrolling windows. Let's go ahead and open Windows Explorer. And let's go to the Documents folder. Okay, well, you can go. You might have a bunch in your Documents folder. On the right-hand side of my window, I can scroll and view the different files. There's a number of ways. One is I can put my arrow, just click on file and arrow down, or I can move this bar, or I can use the arrow, or I can put my cursor in the middle here and just click. That's how you would scroll and move throughout the window. Now let's go ahead also and open. So let's go to Start. Let's go to and open Paint, which is under All Programs as well. Okay, All Programs and Paint. Now, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner of the window, we have, this is what's called the Show Desktop. If you put your cursor on the Show Desktop in the corner, it's called a peek. What that basically does is it kind of temporarily takes away the file so you can peek to your desktop. It's called Peek at Desktop. Okay. Now, if I want to totally minimize all of them, I just click it and get rid of them. That's called the Peek at Desktop function. If you want to get rid of that, by the way, right-click and just hit Peek at Desktop. That makes it go away. Okay. All right. That brings us to the end of the lesson. We'll go ahead and jump into 1B in a moment, but this has been 1A.